Hey guys, my name is Eric. I am a part-time reseller out of Houston, Texas. This is gonna be my second video, so I'm still trying to work out all the quirks of what this YouTube deal is all about and get it straightened out. I bought a GoPro and I don't know, I'm having some issues with it. It's not living up to the hype, at least for me, of what I'm used to dealing with. Most of my video stuff is recorded on an iPhone, so it seems to be pretty user friendly. And then when I mess with this GoPro, I feel like I have nothing but problems. But when I watch other YouTubers do their thing, at least the guys who do the same kind of stuff I do, the reselling and buying and going to garage sales and estate sales, they seem to have this same issues with the GoPros, the dying batteries. It goes into like fast mode, or it just stops recording, or it freezes. So I'm not sold on the GoPro. Well, I'm gonna use my iPhone for now, but until I can figure that thing out, I'm a little irritated because I feel like I've got a $300 paperweight that just kind of sits on my desk. But today is Saturday. Did a long day of estate sales. No garage sales. Hit up one thrift store. Trying to think what else. Oh, and then my brother, he does some buying and selling similar to how I do. His main gig though is he buys, restores, and sells classic cars and trucks. And I'll throw up a deal with a link to his YouTube channel and his Instagram or something like that. So you can go check out his stuff. This guy's amazing. Does work really fast. Does awesome work. He'll take a pile of junk that's out in the field and put it on the road and looking amazing and beautiful, and does really well with that kind of stuff in record time. So it's really cool to watch and get you inspired about, if you've got something like that you're working on. But for now, we went to I think it was 3 estate sales today. We did do a garage sale. So yeah, I won garage sale, and then there was a truck that my brother was interested in buying to restore and sell. And while we were there, kind of a perfect example, he saw some items. This man owns a plumbing business, and he's got an old truck there that he had for years that he was looking to go ahead and get rid of because he's getting a little bit older. So he decided, it's more than what he wants to jump into right now. So he wants to sell that, but this guy has a big shop full of all kinds of cool stuff, tools and tool bins and tool boxes. And so we're there, and this guy had some really cool looking orange and black tool bins. And my brother just kind of asked him, hey, what's the story on these? Are you looking to get rid of them? And he said, yeah, I don't have any attachment to them. I have them in the shop, but I'm looking to clean out my shop. So, my brother asked him, hey, well, what would you want for these? And the guy says, $25 a piece. So I know, because I've bought and sold them before, and they're worth a lot more than that. And I know he knew too, because he's got some already in his garage. So my brother said, well, let's make a deal. So he wound up picking up four sets of these bins, and for $25 a piece, so $100. And as we're looking on eBay, these things are going, because they're heavy, so $160 for, I'll have to get some pictures, have him send me a picture of them so I can put it on the screen so you can see it. But like about $170 plus $80 to ship them is what they're going for on eBay, and he got them for $25 a piece. So great score with that. So once I knew that this guy was kind of willing to sell some of the stuff that he had in there, that we didn't go there for, it was for the truck, but he had some wagon wheels that were underneath a carport deal. I just had seen them when I backed my truck in, and I asked him, "Hey, what would you want for those?" And he said, "Oh, well, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it too much." So he kind of went back and forth, and I didn't push the issue. I didn't want him to get upset or anything. So as we're about to walk out the door, we loaded up those toolboxes. As we're about to walk out the door, my brother says, "Well, did y'all come to an agreement on those things, on the wagon wheels?" And I said, "Well," I said, "look, I don't know what they go to. I don't know what they're for, but I'll take a shot at them for $50 for the pair." And he said, "Sure. They've been sitting there since I bought the property, and I've lived here 20 something years, and they've been sitting in that same spot." So I said, "Okay, well, I'll take them off your hands and get out of your way for $50. I gave him the money, and I said, "Well, let me pull my truck around over here, so make them, a little bit easier to load. We don't have to carry those things over." And when the man went to grab the wagon wheel, he stuck his hand right on a wasp nest. So it stung him. He got a couple stings on his hand, and needless to say, I felt pretty horrible after that. But yeah, so I felt bad. Then we went and got some wasp spray, killed them, and then put them out in the truck. But I kind of felt kind of shitty after that. But let me show you what I got at these sales today. We'll do a quick run. Like I said, I didn't take my GoPro because of the issues I've been having with it. So let me show you what I got real quick, and we'll make it a quick video. But I got some pretty cool stuff for pretty reasonable amount of money, and I think we should do pretty good. So let me show you what I got. Okay, let me run out here right quick. Oh, Penny dog, what you doing? Go outside. Let's see, hopefully it's not too dark and I can show you these wagon wheels. Excuse my backyard because I look like Sanford and Son back here. But these are the two wagon wheels that I got. Let's see if I can back up a little bit. They're 42-inch wagon wheels, and they're all metal and really cool. They're kind of rusted. I think I'm gonna take one tomorrow and put it in my antique booth. That's another thing I forgot to mention in the last video is I have an antique booth. It's so hard to see, it's dark out here. But I have an antique booth here close by. And so a lot of stuff that I don't particularly want to ship winds up going to that antique booth, and it's still going. It's not as profitable as I'd like it to be yet, but there's been some issues where things have come up as far as, like, we went through the freeze and after the holidays and everything like that. So I'm hoping it picks up here soon. Okay, so the first garage sale we went to wasn't a whole lot. I picked up this really cool basket. She said it was I forget the name of the brand, but the one from Chip and Joanna Gaines, the stuff that they got in Waco. She gave me $5 on it. I know some of that stuff from that place can be pretty expensive. And then she had this sound bar that hooks up to the TV, and she had 15 on that, so it would have been $20. But they made it pretty clear that any offer would be considered. So I asked her if she would take $15 for the both of them. So basically $5 discount, and I got that basket and that sound bar. The sound bar is going to stay with me. I'm going to try it out. I've got one, but it's kind of crappy. So we'll try that one out, and if not, then I'll put it on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. That was all at that garage sale. The first estate sale we went to, I got these old coloring books. Man, they're really cool. $6 Million Man, Big Jim color and activity books, Superman, a couple Star Trek books. Some of them have a couple of colored pages, so definitely have to be sold as used. But somebody's probably looking for that. I was a big Hanna-Barbera fan when I was a kid, but I never heard of the Amazing Chan Clan, so I don't know that would fly today. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I just I don't know that would be something that they would put out today. So we'll see how that goes once I get that listed. So I got that stuff. He gave them to me 50 cents a piece. I checked, I would say probably on average between about 12 and 15 bucks a piece that these seem to be bringing. So I will try to list them somewhere in that price range. Also at that estate sale was this box full of old toys. There's Micronauts. I had never heard of Micronauts, and I was big into action figures and all that stuff, but I think these might have been right before my time, early mid 70s. So there's some of these, as you can see, some of their parts are missing. There's a couple of these guys that I looked up, and between 15 and then there was one of them that was around 45 bucks. But the only thing that worries me a little bit about them is that they're old and they're brittle. But there's some clothing, some arms that have been broken off. There's some guns, weapons and accessories and stuff. So I'll just have to go through this whole lot. I got this whole box for 10 bucks. I feel pretty good that one of these action figures would pay for that box. See, there's one that's kind of broken, but I saw them selling in parts too. So when there's a couple of complete guys in there, but I feel pretty good. Worst comes to worst, one of those action figures will pretty much pay for what I paid for everything at this estate sale. So I think I'm good. I got this set of old glasses, and I haven't got my jeweler's loop out yet, but if you're not familiar with these, if you check right on the bridge, a lot of them, they have some writing in there, and if you see anything that says GF, that's gold filled, and those can be worth a few bucks there. So I haven't got a chance to check on that and what it says there on the bridge, but once I do, I'll put something up there on the screen. That way kind of let you know what comes of that. Let's see, after that estate sale, we ran to another one. Oh no, we ran to thrift store. There was this thrift store in the area. I came across this. It is an Accurite lightning detector. So I had never seen that before, but they wanted $3 for it. I scanned the UPC code on the back with eBay, and it looks like they're selling between 35 and 40 bucks. So that's a pretty clean little score if you ask me, and it'll be cheap and easy to ship, and I think that's a pretty good deal there. I got this Hot Wheel here. It's 1977. It was in a box with a bunch of other Hot Wheels, but they were all new, and I knew I had seen this one before, a little bit older. I've seen them between 10, 12 bucks, something like that. So for 50 cents, I got that one. If I can throw it on there and get a cool 12 plus shipping, I'll be happy with that. So then we made it to this last estate sale. Really cool house, an older neighborhood, big, huge trees, really, really beautiful. Cool thing about this one was the girl that was running it was very reseller friendly. She told me, look, if you are a reseller and you want to come back after, I'll make you some great deals. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go back today, but I think they're having it tomorrow too. So depending on what I'm doing tomorrow, I might cruise back by there and see what they got, if I can get some stuff for pretty cheap. I got this Minolta 110 zoom camera. I've never seen one like this. Really cool, excellent condition. It didn't have a price tag on there. I took it up, and she said, how about 15? And I said, well, 10 sounds better. And she said, okay, well, today's 25% off today's, so how about I do 12, and then when you ring it up, it'll roughly come out to 10 bucks. So I said, okay, great, perfect. So I got that. These look to be going from about 90 to 110 bucks. So very happy with that score. This Logitech, some of these Logitech all-in-one programmable remotes do really well. This one is the Logitech Harmony 700, and it's a little rough. Some of the buttons are a little worn, but I got that for $5, and geez, even used, I think they were going for over $100. If I can get anywhere close to that, I'll be very, very happy. Good score, I think. Out in the garage, I found this, it's called a, let's see if it's written on the side, Amplified Bible, and it's from, I think copyright was 1965 or something like that. Yeah. So I had never heard Amplified Bible. I should know probably better. I don't know what the amplified part means, but that I think she gave to me for $5 plus the 25% off. So I wound up getting that, and I saw a couple comps somewhere in the $40 range. So I'm very, very cool with that. Old Bibles can do well. I've got a bunch that have sat for a long time. So, if you see some pretty good comps, then definitely go for it. But I do have some that have sat for quite some time. Here's a Pyrex measuring cup. They say to get the ones that have the closed handle like that, not just the hanging down handle, the one that actually is one complete piece. I sold one of these not too long ago for I think like 20 bucks, so not too bad. I got it she gave me 2 plus the 25% off. So and it's one of those things that if I can't get what I want, then it'll just go up in the cupboard, and I'll use it for my own personal use. So if you guys are familiar with Matt, the part-time picker, or Commonwealth picker, or Cincinnati picker, those guys are my faves. I do have some others that I really like though, but those seem to be the ones that I kind of gravitate to the most. I know Matt picks up some crazy stuff. So I really have started looking out for old stuff. I got $2 for this old can of Drano crystal drain. What is that? Opener or something like that? That's probably what it is. They were going for like 25 bucks, something like that. So it's like it's not a liquid, but it's brand new. So hopefully that should do all right. Not a huge money maker, but it'll do. He always gets the old soaps. These are some old dials. I've had some really good success selling the old bars of soap, the old Colgate soaps, dial soaps, Lever 2000. So yeah, keep an eye out for that stuff, because what most people will pass up at an estate sale can be very valuable. So just keep an eye out on that kind of stuff. I found this, so up in this lady's pantry where I was bathroom closet, where I was getting all this stuff. Check out this, it's new Kotex Plus, but it's gotta be from the 70s. There's no barcode on it. And I stopped her, I caught the lady right as she was about to write the price on it with a marker, and I was, no, please don't. She said, why? I said, well, it's gonna be for decoration. So I didn't say exactly why, but I just didn't want her to write on it. It's very, very cool looking 70s style, and hopefully we'll do well. We'll see. I found some that were not quite as old, definitely not as old. It was more 80s type design, and they were doing pretty well. So we'll see. I'll see if I can find some pretty close comps on them and throw it up there. Then I got this here is like let's see, Moondrops perfume body powder. So I had found some Chanel, but it was just the case, and it was crazy expensive, but it was emptied out. So it was just the case and the little puff pad, and but if it would have been full of the powder it would have gone in the $150 range. It was really nice. So I picked this up. I found a couple similar condition, and it's got some powder in there still, so we'll have to be really careful when we pack it and everything. But I saw some for $35-40. She gave it to me a little bit more than what I wanted to pay, but it was the 25% off too, so she gave me some good prices on the other stuff, so I wasn't too terribly upset about that. This is, man, I'd never seen any one like this, so I just grabbed it, especially for $2, but the 25% off. Just a cool, very 60s type mirror. It was in the bathroom, and I have to do a little more research to see what it's all about, but I thought that was too cool to pass up. I've never seen one like that. Once again, Commonwealth picker, part-time pickers. This knife set I saw looked pretty cool, a little different. The name brand is Flint. I had never heard of that brand or seen that brand. I don't know a whole lot about steak knives and things, but when I looked up, I found this exact set for about $130. So 25% off. If I can get somewhere in the $100 range, I'll be very happy. So we got that. This stool, I have one like it. Where is it at? Down there somewhere. And I use it all the time. But I'm always taking it back and forth because I don't always need my ladder, so I'll take it back and forth. But the plan for that is I'm gonna keep that and And even though it's cool, it's metal. I've seen plastic ones, but it's all metal with the rubber grips. Got it for 15 plus the 25% off. That'll most likely stay here with me, and I'll keep one in the garage, one inside here in my office is over here. That way I don't have to keep taking it in and out. And this here may be the find of the day, just depending if I can find anything, like an exact comp. So a couple weeks ago, I found some wooden decoy ducks, and I'm still sitting on those. I haven't done anything with them, and I need to. But I found those decoy ducks. So as I was doing the research, some of the research on them, I start to see some of these other wooden ducks can do pretty well. So when I saw this, when it was sitting just off in the garage, people were walking right past it. And when I grabbed it, it's very heavy. Nice, really nice detail, as you can see. And when I flipped it, it says pintail. And so I search up pintail, and the pintail wooden ducks that I found were going for some pretty good money. And some in the several $100 range, most of them in the $150 range. And as I'm looking at this one, you can see where it was signed by an artist. It was like, I guess, a limited edition. And so I'll have to do a little more research, but for $6, and then of course the 25% off, I think that is a pretty good score. I'm excited to see what happens with that. That's my haul for today. I actually saw some people putting some stuff out down the street when I was pulling back home from picking up some dinner with my daughter. So I may go pick that stuff up. And if I go pick that stuff up, then I'll see what all it is. But I saw a cool coffee table out there, a couple other things, a printer. So you never know. Some of these guys pick up printers, and I'm blown away by what they're getting for some of these printers. And I sold a fax machine not too long ago. It was really, I got it for like $8 at Goodwill, and it sold for like $79. So just keep an eye out for that stuff too. But I'll grab that stuff probably here in a bit, if not in the morning, because I got to go to my antique booth in the morning. But hopefully the next one next video I can post some sales that I've got, that I've had, and you guys can see some of that stuff. But I think overall it was a pretty good run. I spent right around $150 that I spent today. And I showed you a couple things, the camera, the Logitech remote, the duck. Each one of those should bring somewhere in the range of $100 to $150. So I think by selling 2 of those items, the knives, just 2 of any one of those will pay for my day, and the rest is profit. So I'll try to throw some numbers up on there. Like I said, I'm still learning all this stuff, so your patience is appreciated. But as soon as I get that thrown up there, I'll put it up there, and I'll try to throw some shots maybe at the booth for when I go up there tomorrow. But thank you very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I know there's not many of you right now, so those of you that are watching, it's very much appreciated. Like, subscribe if you don't mind, and hopefully I can continue to keep putting out some of these cool videos and maybe some more exciting videos after I figure out this camera stuff, and bring y'all along for the ride. It's lots of fun. Till next time.